Chosen ones, God's hidden plan for you is unfolding right now, and it's time you see the truth written in the stars of your destiny. You're not here by chance. Your life, every twist, every turn, has been guided by a divine hand, crafting a story so powerful, it's about to shake the foundations of your world. This isn't just a moment. It's the moment where God's purpose for you steps into the light. You're about to discover why every struggle, every tear, every victory has led you here, to a revelation that will change how you see yourself forever. You've always felt it, haven't you? That quiet whisper in your soul, telling you there's more. More than the daily grind, more than the doubts, more than the limits others tried to place on you. That whisper is God's voice, calling you to rise as His chosen one. You're not ordinary. You never were. The world may have tried to dim your light, but God has been working behind the scenes, aligning every detail to bring you to this exact point. His plan is no longer hidden. It's breaking through, and it's time for you to step into the fullness of what He's prepared. Think about the moments when life felt heavy, when the weight of challenges pressed down on you. Those weren't accidents. Every trial was a chisel in God's hand, shaping you into something extraordinary. Like a diamond formed under pressure, your strength, your faith, your resilience have been forged in the fire of adversity. God didn't let you break. He was building you. Each scar you carry is proof of His protection, a mark of His promise that you were made for greatness. You're standing now, not because of your own power, but because His plan has been holding you up all along. This is your call to action, chosen ones. Pause this video, hit that like button, and subscribe to join thousands of souls walking this divine path. Your engagement sends a signal to the universe that you're ready to claim what God has set aside for you. And if your spirit feels stirred, drop a 777 in the comments, a number of divine completion, a declaration that you're aligned with His purpose. Stay with me, because this message is for you, and by the end, you'll see why God's plan is unlike anything you've ever imagined. Picture a seed buried in the dark, deep beneath the soil. It's unseen, forgotten by the world, but God's hand is on it, nurturing it, guiding it to break through into the light. That's you. The struggles you faced weren't meant to bury you. They were planting you. God's hidden plan was to root you in faith, to grow you in strength, so that when the time came, you'd rise, unshakable, into the life He designed. The world sees the surface, but God sees the roots. And now, those roots are ready to bear fruit. Your life is a canvas, and God is the artist. Every stroke, every color, every shadow has been intentional. The moments you thought were mistakes, they were divine detours. The times you felt lost, they were paths to wisdom. God's plan wasn't to make your journey easy. It was to make it meaningful. You're not just surviving, you're being sculpted into a masterpiece, a living testament to His power. Others may not see it yet, but soon they'll stand in awe of what God has done through you. Let's talk about purpose. Not the kind the world sells you, tied to jobs or status, but the kind that burns in your soul. God's plan for you isn't a checklist. It's a calling. It's the reason you wake up each day with a fire that won't quit. You're here to shift things, to bring light where there's darkness, to carry hope where there's despair. That's what makes you chosen. Not perfection, not wealth, not fame, but a heart aligned with God's will, ready to move mountains with faith. The enemy has tried to stop you. Doubt, fear, setbacks, they've all come knocking. But here's the truth. No weapon formed against you will prosper. Isaiah 54:17 is your shield, a promise that God's plan is stronger than any attack. The devil thought he could derail you, but every obstacle was just a step in God's strategy. You didn't fall, you rose higher. Each time you stood back up, you were claiming the victory God already secured for you. That's why the enemy is trembling now. You're walking proof that God's plan cannot be broken. You're not just chosen, you're anointed. There's a divine energy flowing through you, a spark that sets you apart. It's why people notice you, even when you're not trying. It's why doors open when you least expect them. God's hand is on you, and His anointing is your protection, your guide, your strength. You don't need to chase opportunities. They're coming to you. Psalm 23:5 says, "You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows." That overflow is happening now, chosen ones. Your life is about to spill over with blessings. The world might tell you to hustle, to grind, to fight for every scrap, but God's plan doesn't work like that. His provision is effortless, like a river flowing to you. You don't need to beg or strive. Your job is to trust. When you align with His will, the resources, the connections, the breakthroughs come naturally. It's not about what you can do, it's about what He's already doing. Let go of the stress, the worry, the need to control. God's got this, and He's got you. Have you ever noticed how certain people seem to glow? Not with fame or beauty, but with something deeper, a peace, a confidence, a light that draws others in. That's you, chosen one. God's plan is transforming you from the inside out. Your spirit is radiating His presence, and it's changing how the world sees you. People are starting to notice. They're drawn to your energy, your calm, your strength. This isn't about vanity. It's about reflecting God's glory in everything you do. There's a story in the Bible about Joseph, a man who went from a pit to a palace, sold into slavery, betrayed by his brothers, thrown into prison. Yet God's plan never wavered. Every low moment was a setup for His rise. You're walking a similar path. The lows you faced weren't the end, they were preparation. God's been positioning you, aligning circumstances, opening doors you didn't even see. Like Joseph, your time of elevation is coming, and it's bigger than you can imagine. Now let's pause for a moment. If this message is speaking to your heart, hit that like button and subscribe to join thousands of chosen ones standing in faith. Drop a 777 in the comments to declare you're ready for what God has next. These actions aren't just clicks. They're a statement to the universe that you're claiming your place in His plan. Stay with me, because we're about to go deeper into the divine strategy God has crafted just for you. Your life is like a book, and God is writing every chapter. The pages you thought were blank, the moments that felt empty, those were the times He was setting the stage. Every chapter builds toward a climax, a moment where His purpose for you shines. You're not at the end of your story, you're at the turning point. The world is about to see what God's been working on all along. Your struggles were the plot twists. Your faith is the hero's journey. Get ready, because the next chapter is about to unfold. There's power in your patience. When you've waited on God, trusted through the uncertainty, you've been building spiritual muscle. Every moment you chose faith over fear, you grew stronger. Psalm 27:14 says, "Wait for the Lord, be strong, and take heart." That strength is why you're still standing. That heart is why you're chosen. God's plan needed someone who could endure, who could trust, who could keep walking even when the path wasn't clear. That someone is you. The world is loud, full of voices telling you who you should be. But God's voice is louder, and He's saying, you're enough. His plan doesn't require you to be perfect. It requires you to be faithful. You don't need to fit the world's mold. You are made to break it. Every time you choose His truth over their noise, you're stepping closer to the destiny He's written for you. You're not here to follow trends. You're here to set them, to show the world what it means to live for God. Let's talk about miracles. Not the kind you read about, but the ones happening in your life right now. That job you got against the odds? That's God. The strength you found when you thought you had none left? That's God. The person who showed up just when you needed them? That's God. His hidden plan is woven into every moment, every coincidence that wasn't a coincidence at all. You're living in a miracle, chosen one, and the more you see it, the more miracles you'll notice. You're not just walking through life, you're walking through a divine blueprint. Every step you take is part of God's architecture, designed with precision. The people you meet, the challenges you face, the dreams in your heart, they're all pieces of His plan. Even when it feels random, it's not. God doesn't do chaos. He does order, purpose, destiny. Trust that every moment is leading you exactly where you're meant to be. There's a fire in you, chosen one. It's the spark of God's purpose, burning brighter with every step you take. That fire is why you can't give up, why you keep going even when it's hard. It's why you feel restless when you're not moving toward your calling. God put that fire there, and His plan is fanning it into a blaze. You're not just meant to shine, you're meant to set the world alight with His love, His truth, His power. The enemy sees that fire, and it terrifies him. He's tried to put it out, hasn't he? With doubt, with fear, with distractions. But God's plan is stronger. Every attack was just fuel for your flame. Isaiah 41:10 says, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God." That's not just a promise, it's your reality. God's presence is your shield, His plan is your weapon, and nothing can stop what He's set in motion. You're standing at a threshold right now. On one side is the life you've known, safe, familiar, but small. On the other side is God's plan, vast, bold, and full of promise. Stepping across that threshold takes courage, but you've got it. You've been chosen for this. Every moment of your life has been preparing you to walk through this door. Don't look back. Don't hesitate. God's hand is on you, and He's leading you into a future that will take your breath away. Your story isn't just yours. It's a testimony. Every step you take in faith is a message to the world that God's plan is real. People are watching you, chosen one. They see your strength, your peace, your light. They may not understand it, but they feel it. Your life is proof that God keeps His promises. You're not just living for yourself. You're living for everyone who needs to see what faith can do. Your journey is a beacon, calling others to trust in Him. There's a rhythm to God's plan, like a song only your heart can hear. Every beat, every note is leading you to a crescendo. You're not just moving through life. You're dancing to a divine melody. Trust the rhythm. Even when the tempo slows, even when the notes feel heavy, God is composing something beautiful. Your life is His symphony, and every moment is building toward a moment of glory that will echo through eternity. The world might try to define you by your past, but God defines you by your future. He doesn't see your mistakes. He sees your potential. He doesn't see your failures. He sees your calling. His plan isn't about where you've been. It's about where you're going. Let go of the old stories, the old labels. You're not who you were. You're who God says you are. Chosen, loved, destined for greatness. Step into that truth and watch how it changes everything. You've got a purpose that's bigger than you can see right now. It's not just about your dreams. It's about God's vision for the world. You're a piece of His puzzle, a thread in His tapestry. Every choice you make, every act of faith is weaving something eternal. You might not see the full picture yet, but God does. Trust Him. Keep moving. Your purpose is unfolding, and it's going to change lives, starting with yours. There's a reason you feel different, chosen one. It's because you are. God's plan set you apart from the beginning. You don't fit in because you were never meant to. You were made to stand out, to shine, to show the world what it looks like to walk in divine purpose. That difference is your strength. It's your calling card. Embrace it. Let it remind you that you're not here to blend in. You're here to lead, to inspire, to transform. The Bible says in Jeremiah 29:11, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." That's not just a verse, it's your lifeline. God's plan is your anchor, your compass, your promise. When life feels uncertain, when the path looks dark, hold on to that truth. His plan is good, it's certain, and it's happening right now. You're not waiting for it, you're living it. You're not alone in this, chosen one. God's hand is on you, but His people are with you too. Hit that like button, subscribe to join thousands of chosen ones standing together, and drop a 777 in the comments to claim this moment of divine alignment. Your actions are a declaration that you're ready to walk in God's plan. Stay with me, because we're about to uncover the next layer of what He's prepared for you. Every step you take is a step into God's vision. You might not see the whole path, but you don't need to. Faith is walking forward, trusting that God's already cleared the way. Think of Noah building an ark when there wasn't a cloud in the sky. The world mocked him, but he kept going. Why? Because he trusted God's plan over what he could see. You're doing the same. Every act of faith, every choice to trust, is building something eternal. There's a light in you that darkness can't touch. It's why you've made it through moments that would have broken others. God's plan has been your shield, your strength, your guide. That light is His presence, shining through you. John 1:5 says, "The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it." That's you, chosen one. No matter what comes, your light keeps burning, and it's about to shine brighter than ever. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. God's plan isn't about getting by, it's about living fully, abundantly, joyfully. Every moment you choose faith, you're stepping into that abundant life. It's not about money or status. It's about peace, purpose, and a heart full of God's love. That's the wealth He's promised you. That's the future He's leading you to. Embrace it, because it's already yours. The enemy thought he could stop you, but he forgot who's in charge. God's plan is unstoppable, and so are you. Every time you faced a storm and kept walking, you've proven that. The devil's tricks, fear, doubt, division, they're no match for God's power in you. You're not just overcoming, you're rewriting the story. Where the enemy planned defeat, God planned victory, and you're living proof of that. Your life is a miracle in motion. Every breath, every step, every moment of courage is God's hand at work. You might not see it all yet, but the pieces are coming together. The job you didn't expect, the strength you didn't know you had, the hope that keeps rising in your heart. Those are God's fingerprints. His hidden plan is becoming visible, and it's more beautiful than you could have dreamed. You're not just chosen, you're called. There's a mission in your soul, a purpose that won't let you rest. That's God, stirring you, pushing you, guiding you towards something bigger. You're not here to play small. You're here to change the game, to show the world what faith looks like in action. Every step you take in His plan is a step toward that calling. Don't shrink back. Step boldly. The world needs you, chosen one. Not the perfect version, not the polished version, just you as you are, walking in God's truth. Your story, your faith, your light, they're a gift to everyone around you. People are watching even when you don't realize it. Your courage inspires them. Your trust in God's plan gives them hope. You're not just living for you, you're living for everyone who needs to see His power at work. There's a reason God's plan was hidden until now. He was preparing you, strengthening you, making sure you were ready for the weight of this calling. Like a runner training for a race, every challenge has been building your endurance. Now, the starting line is here. The race is yours to run. God's plan is unfolding, and you're ready to step into the victory He's already won for you. Your heart knows this truth, chosen one. It's why you're still here, still listening, still believing. God's plan is alive in you, moving through you, shaping you into someone the world can't ignore. You're not just a person, you're a purpose. You're not just a story, you're a testimony. Every moment of your life has been leading to this, and God's about to show you what's next. Stay ready, because His plan is about to unfold in ways that will leave you in awe. God's hidden plan is not just a promise, it's a map drawn with divine precision, guiding you to a destination only He could design. Every step you've taken, every choice you've made has been a marker on this map, leading you closer to the life He envisioned. You're not wandering aimlessly. Even when the path felt unclear, God was navigating you through storms, past obstacles, toward a purpose so bold it will redefine everything you thought possible. You're on the cusp of seeing it unfold, chosen one, and it's going to change the way you move through the world. Your faith is your compass. It's what keeps you steady when life tries to pull you off course. Think of Abraham, called to leave everything familiar for a land God promised. He didn't have a map in his hands, just a word in his heart. Yet he walked, trusting God's voice over the world's noise. You're walking that same journey. Every time you choose to trust, to believe, to keep going despite the unknown, you're aligning with God's plan. That faith is why you're here, ready to receive what He's prepared. The world might call your dreams impossible, but God calls them inevitable. His plan doesn't bend to human limits. It breaks them. You're not bound by what others think you can achieve. God's vision for you is bigger than their doubts, stronger than their fears. When they say you can't, God says you will. When they see walls, God sees open doors. His plan is rewriting the rules of what's possible, and you're living proof that His promises don't fail. There's a rhythm to your life, chosen one, a divine pulse that moves with God's timing. You felt it, the moments when everything clicks, when doors open at just the right time, when answers come before you even ask. That's God's hand, syncing your life to His plan. Even the delays, the waiting, the seasons of silence, they're part of the rhythm. They're not wasted time, they're preparation for the crescendo that's coming. Trust the beat because it's leading you to glory. Your story is a magnet, drawing others to God's truth. People see your strength, your peace, your unshakable faith, and it stirs something in them. You're not just living for yourself. You're a spark, igniting hope in those who've lost it. Like Esther, who stood for her people in a moment of crisis, your life is a call to action. God's plan has positioned you to lead, to inspire, to show others what it means to trust Him. Your influence is growing, even if you don't see it yet. The enemy's greatest weapon is distraction, but God's plan is your focus. Every time you've pushed through noise, fear, doubt, chaos, you've sharpened your vision. Psalm 16:8 says, "I keep my eyes always on the Lord. With Him at my right hand, I will not be shaken." That's your power, chosen one. You don't get sidetracked by the world's chaos because your eyes are fixed on Him. His plan is your anchor, keeping you steady no matter what comes. You're carrying a light that transforms everything it touches. It's not just about you. It's about the lives you're meant to change. God's plan has woven you into the stories of others, placing you exactly where you need to be to make a difference. That kind word you spoke, that moment you showed up when someone needed you, those weren't random. They were divine appointments, set by God to ripple through lives, communities, even generations. You're a catalyst for His love. There's a strength in you that's been tested and proven. Every battle you've faced has built it, layer by layer, until it's become unbreakable. God's plan didn't just carry you through those fights. It used them to forge you into a warrior. Like David facing Goliath, you didn't win because of your size or skill, but because of your trust in God. That strength is why you're still standing, why you're ready for the next chapter of His plan, why nothing can hold you back. Your heart is a sanctuary, a place where God's presence dwells. That's why you feel His peace, even in the storm. That's why you can love, even when it's hard. His plan has been shaping your heart, making it a vessel for His grace. You're not just chosen, you're trusted. Trusted to carry His love, His truth, His hope into a world that needs it. Every beat of your heart is a reminder that His plan is alive in you, working through you to change everything. The world might measure success by what you have, but God measures it by who you are. His plan isn't about filling your hands with things, it's about filling your life with meaning. Every act of kindness, every moment of courage, every choice to trust Him, that's success in His eyes. You're not chasing wealth or status, you're chasing His will. And when you do that, everything else falls into place. Matthew 6:33 says it clear, "Seek Him first, and all these things will be given to you." You're standing in a moment of divine alignment. The pieces of your life, the highs, the lows, the in-betweens, are coming together to form a picture only God could paint. You might not see the whole canvas yet, but every brushstroke matters. That time you forgave when it hurt, that moment you chose faith over fear, those were strokes of His masterpiece. His plan is turning your life into something beautiful, something eternal, something that will outlast the stars. There's a fire in your spirit that the world can't extinguish. It's the spark of God's purpose, burning brighter with every step you take. That fire is why you keep going, why you rise after every fall, why you refuse to give up. God's plan is the fuel, and your faith is the flame. Together, they're unstoppable. You're not just surviving, you're blazing a trail, lighting the way for others to follow. Your fire is proof that His plan is alive and moving. The enemy has tried to rewrite your story, to make you believe you're less than you are. But God's plan is the true narrative. Every lie you've heard about your worth, your potential, your future, falls apart in the light of His truth. You're not defined by your mistakes or your past. You're defined by His love, His purpose, His vision for you. Psalm 139 verse 14 says you're fearfully and wonderfully made. That's not just a statement, it's your identity, sealed by God's hand. You're not just walking a path, you're building a legacy. Every choice you make, every step you take is laying a foundation for something greater. God's plan isn't just for you, it's for those who come after you. Your faith, your courage, your trust in Him, they're planting seeds that will grow long after you're gone. Like Moses leading his people through the desert, your journey is about more than you. It's about showing the world what God can do through one faithful heart. There's a peace in you that the world can't explain. It's the kind that comes when you know God's in control. His plan has been your anchor, keeping you steady when everything else was shaking. That peace is your strength, your shield, your gift. It's why you can face uncertainty without fear, why you can love despite pain, why you can hope when all seems lost. Philippians 4:7 calls it the peace that surpasses understanding, and it's flowing through you right now. You're a bridge, chosen one, connecting heaven and earth. God's plan flows through you, bringing His kingdom closer with every step you take. Your prayers, your actions, your faith, they're not just for you. They're linking people to His love, His truth, His power. You're not just living, you're a conduit, a channel for divine energy. Every time you choose faith, you're building that bridge, making a way for others to find Him. The world might try to box you in, but God's plan sets you free. Free to dream bigger, to love deeper, to live bolder. His vision for you doesn't fit in a box. It breaks it wide open. You're not here to play small or safe. You're here to soar, to create, to transform. Every limit you faced was just a challenge to trust Him more, to step into the boundless life He's designed. His plan is your freedom, and it's calling you now. Your life is a story of redemption. Every moment you thought was lost, every pain you thought was pointless, God's been weaving them into a tapestry of grace. Like Ruth, who went from widow to royalty, your story is one of restoration. His plan takes what's broken and makes it whole, what's empty and fills it with purpose. You're not just surviving your past, you're being redeemed by it, turned into something glorious by His hand. There's a boldness in you that's growing stronger every day. It's the courage of someone who knows they're chosen, who trusts God's plan over the world's opinions. That boldness is why you can face giants, why you can walk through fire, why you can stand when others fall. Like Daniel in the lion's den, your faith shuts the mouths of fear. God's plan is fueling that courage, pushing you to step into spaces others wouldn't dare. You're not just a person, you're a promise fulfilled. God's plan has been at work since before you were born, shaping you, guiding you, preparing you for this moment. Every dream in your heart, every hope in your soul was placed there by Him. They're not random, they're divine. His plan is turning those dreams into reality, step by step, moment by moment. You're not chasing them, you're stepping into them because they're already yours in His eyes. Your life is a divine equation, each moment adding up to a sum greater than you can see. God's plan is the formula, balancing every loss with a gain, every question with an answer. You're not just living, you're part of a calculation so precise it could only come from Him. Every choice you make, every step you take, fits into His design, solving for a future that shines with purpose. You're not random, chosen one. Your life is a solution to a problem the world doesn't even understand yet. There's a voice in your spirit, louder than the doubts, stronger than the noise. It's God speaking through the quiet moments, guiding you when the path feels unclear. Like Samuel, hearing His call in the night, you've learned to listen. That voice is why you keep moving, why you trust even when logic says to quit. God's plan isn't just a path, it's a conversation, one He's been having with you since the beginning. Keep listening because He's still speaking. The world might see your scars, but God sees your strength. Every wound you've carried has been a marker of His protection, a sign that He's been with you through it all. His plan doesn't erase your pain, it redeems it, turning it into a story of victory. Like Job, who lost everything yet gained more, your life is proof that God restores. Your scars aren't flaws, they're evidence of His faithfulness, badges of a battle you've already won. You're a spark in a world that's grown dim. God's plan has placed you here, now, to ignite something new. Your light doesn't just shine for you, it's a flame for others, a signal that hope is alive. Like the apostles, sent out to spread the gospel, your presence is a message. You don't need to shout or strive, your life speaks. Every act of faith, every moment of courage is lighting up the darkness, showing others the way to Him. There's a rhythm to your resilience, a steady beat that keeps you grounded. God's plan has taught you to stand firm, to rise after every fall. You're not unbreakable because you're perfect. You're unbreakable because He's holding you together. Psalm 34 verse 19 says, "The righteous person may have many troubles, but the Lord delivers him from them all." That's your story, chosen one. Every trial has been a step toward deliverance, a testament to His unwavering plan. Your heart carries a vision, a glimpse of something bigger than yourself. It's not just a dream, it's a divine blueprint etched by God's hand. That vision is why you feel restless, why you can't settle for less. His plan is stirring you, pushing you toward a purpose that's as vast as the heavens. You're not just chasing a goal, you're answering a call, one that's been written in your soul since the beginning. Trust it, because it's leading you home. The enemy has tried to cloud your mind, to make you question your worth. But God's plan is your clarity. Every lie you've faced has been shattered by His truth. You're not small, not weak, not unworthy. You're chosen, crafted, called. Ephesians 2:10 says you're His handiwork, created for good works He prepared in advance. That's not a maybe, it's a fact. His plan is rewriting your narrative, replacing doubt with certainty, fear with faith. You're a bridge between what is and what could be. God's plan has made you a connector, linking the broken to the whole, the lost to the found. Your life is a pathway, showing others that there's more than the world's limits. Like Nehemiah, rebuilding Jerusalem's walls, you're restoring what's been broken, Every step you take in faith is a brick in that wall, a piece of something eternal that God is building through you. There's a current in your life, a flow of divine energy that carries you forward. You've felt it, the moments when things align, when opportunities appear, when peace settles in. That's God's plan, moving like a river, guiding you to where you're meant to be. You don't need to force it or fight it. Just trust the flow. His plan is stronger than any obstacle, deeper than any doubt, leading you to a future that's already yours. Your story is a mirror, reflecting God's glory. Every moment of faith, every act of courage, shines His light into the world. People see you and they see Him, not because you're perfect, but because you're His. Like Paul, who carried the gospel through chains and trials, your life is a testimony. You don't need to preach. Your existence preaches. God's plan is using you to show the world what He can do with a willing heart. You're not just surviving, you're sowing. Every choice to trust, to love, to keep going is a seed planted in God's garden. His plan is the soil, nurturing those seeds into something eternal. You may not see the harvest yet, but it's coming. Galatians 6:9 says, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." Keep sowing, chosen one, because your harvest is part of His plan. There's a strength in your silence, a power in your stillness. When the world screams for you to react, to fight, to prove yourself, God's plan calls you to trust. Like Jesus before Pilate, your quiet confidence speaks louder than words. You don't need to defend yourself. His plan is your defense. Every moment you choose peace over chaos, faith over fear, you're stepping deeper into the purpose He's written for you. Your life is a melody, each moment a note in God's song. The highs, the lows, the pauses, they all blend into something beautiful. His plan is the composer, arranging every part with care. Even the dissonant chords, the moments of struggle, have a purpose. They add depth, richness, meaning. You're not just living, you're singing His song, and the world is starting to hear it, drawn to the beauty of His plan in you. The enemy thought he could silence you, but God's plan is your voice. Every time you speak truth, show love, or stand firm, you're amplifying His message. You're not just a person, you're a proclamation, declaring that His promises are true. Like Deborah, leading with wisdom and courage, your voice carries weight. God's plan is using it to shift hearts, to break chains, to call others into the light. Speak, chosen one, because your words matter. You're a beacon, standing tall in a world that's lost its way. God's plan has placed you here to guide, to shine, to point others to Him. Your life isn't just yours, it's a signal, a light on a hill that can't be hidden. Matthew 5:14 says you're the light of the world, and His plan is making sure that light reaches those who need it most. You don't need to chase attention. Your presence alone is enough to draw them in. There's a momentum building in your life, a divine push that's carrying you forward. You've felt it, the way things are starting to move, the way doors are opening, the way your heart feels lighter. That's God's plan, gaining speed, aligning everything for your breakthrough. You're not stuck anymore. You're not waiting. You're moving, step by step, into the fullness of what He's prepared. Trust the momentum, because it's His hand at work. Your faith is a fire, burning away the lies that tried to hold you back. Every time you choose to believe, to trust, to stand, that fire grows stronger. God's plan is the fuel, turning your faith into a blaze that nothing can extinguish. Like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who walked through the furnace unharmed, you're untouched by the flames, because He's with you. Your fire isn't just for you. It's lighting the way for others. The world might try to define your worth, but God's plan defines your value. You're not measured by what you've done or what you have. You're measured by His love for you. That love is why you're chosen, why you're here, why you keep rising. Psalm 139, 17-18 says, His thoughts about you are countless, like the sand on the seashore. That's how much you mean to Him. His plan is built on that love, and it's carrying you to a future beyond your dreams. You're a vessel filled with God's purpose, ready to pour out His love. His plan has been shaping you, preparing you to carry something bigger than yourself. Every moment of growth, every lesson learned, has been expanding your capacity. Like Mary, who carried the Savior in her womb, you're carrying something divine, a calling, a mission, a light that will change the world. Trust His plan because it's making you ready for what's next. There's a clarity in your spirit, a knowing that cuts through the fog. God's plan has sharpened your vision, helping you see what others miss. You're not confused by the world's distractions or the enemy's lies. You see the truth, His truth, and it's guiding you. Like Elisha, who saw the heavenly armies when others saw only fear, your eyes are open to God's reality. That clarity is your strength, your guide, your gift from His hand. You're not just walking, you're soaring. God's plan has given you wings, lifting you above the limits of this world. Every time you trust Him, every time you step out in faith, you rise higher. The struggles that tried to ground you, they're the wind beneath you now. Isaiah 40:31 says, Those who hope in the Lord will soar on wings like eagles. That's you, chosen one, flying into a future that only God could design. Keep soaring because His plan is taking you higher. Your life is a divine tapestry, woven with threads of purpose only God could choose. Each moment, each challenge, each victory is a stitch in His grand design, creating a picture that's starting to come into view. You're not just living, you're part of a masterpiece, crafted by the Creator Himself. His plan has been guiding every thread, turning what seemed like chaos into a work of art. You're beginning to see it now, chosen one, and it's more beautiful than you ever imagined. There's a courage in your heart that doesn't come from you, it comes from Him. It's the kind that lets you face the unknown without flinching, the kind that keeps you steady when the world shakes. Like Joshua, standing before the walls of Jericho, you don't need to know how the victory will come. You just need to trust that it will. God's plan is your foundation, giving you the boldness to walk where others hesitate, to stand where others fall. The world might try to rush you, but God's plan moves at His pace. Every season of waiting, every moment of pause, is Him preparing you for what's ahead. It's not delay, it's divine timing. Like a farmer waiting for the harvest, you've been sowing faith, trusting in His process. Ecclesiastes 3:1 says there's a time for everything, and your time is coming. His plan is aligning the seasons of your life for a harvest that will overflow. You're a lighthouse, standing firm in the storm, guiding others to safety. God's plan has placed you where the waves crash hardest, not to break you, but to show His strength through you. Your light, your faith, your hope, your love cuts through the darkest nights. People are drawn to it, even if they don't understand why. You're not just surviving the storm, you're helping others find their way through it, a beacon of His unshakable plan. There's a stillness in your soul, a quiet strength that speaks louder than words. God's plan has taught you to rest in Him, to find peace when the world demands chaos. Like Jesus, sleeping in the boat while the storm raged, you know who holds the winds. That stillness is your power, your anchor, your gift. It's why you can face uncertainty with calm, why you can love through pain. His plan is your refuge, and it's keeping you steady. Your story is a ripple, spreading further than you can see. Every act of faith, every choice to trust, sends waves through the lives around you. God's plan isn't just shaping you, it's touching everyone you meet. Like the woman at the well whose encounter with Jesus changed her village, your life is a spark that ignites change. You don't need to force it. Your presence alone is enough to shift hearts, to awaken hope, to point others to Him. The enemy has tried to chain you, but God's plan is your freedom. Every lie, every doubt, every trap was meant to hold you back, but His truth has set you free. John 8:36 says, "If the Son sets you free, you will be free indeed." That's your reality, chosen one. You're not bound by the past, by fear, by what others think. His plan has broken every chain, and you're walking in a liberty that nothing can take away. You're a builder, constructing something eternal with every step you take. God's plan has given you tools, faith, love, resilience, to create a legacy that outlasts you. Like Solomon, building the temple, your work is for His glory. Every choice you make, every seed you sow, is a brick in something greater. You're not just living for today, you're building for tomorrow, for generations, for His kingdom. Keep building, because His plan is eternal. There's a spark in your eyes, a reflection of God's light. It's why people notice you, why they feel something when you're near. His plan has been polishing you, making you a mirror for His glory. You're not just shining, you're radiant, carrying His presence in a way that changes the atmosphere. Like Moses, whose face glowed after meeting God, your life reflects Him. That radiance is your calling card, proof of His plan at work. The world might offer you shortcuts, but God's plan is the true path. It's not always easy, but it's always right. Every detour, every challenge has been leading you to a destination only He could see. Like the Israelites crossing the Red Sea, you're walking through what seemed impossible, guided by His hand. Trust the path, even when it's narrow, because His plan is leading you to a promised land, tailored just for you. Your heart is a compass, pointing you to His truth. When the world pulls you in 1,000 directions, God's plan keeps you centered. You've felt it, the tug in your soul, the certainty that there's more to life than what you see. That's Him guiding you, aligning you with His purpose. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "To trust in the Lord with all your heart, and He'll make your paths straight." That's His plan, keeping you on course no matter what. You're a warrior, not because you seek battles, but because God's plan has equipped you for them. Every fight you've faced has trained you, sharpened you, made you stronger. Like Gideon, who led with a small army and a big faith, your strength isn't in numbers, it's in Him. His plan is your armor, your strategy, your victory. You don't fight alone, chosen one. God's fighting for you, and His plan always wins. There's a song in your spirit, a melody of hope that keeps you moving. God's plan is the composer, writing notes of grace, courage, and love into your life. Even in the quiet moments when you feel alone, that song is playing. It's why you can't give up, why you keep rising. Like David, singing psalms in the wilderness, your life is a hymn of trust. Let it play, because His plan is turning your song into a symphony for the ages. The enemy has tried to steal your joy, but God's plan is your restoration. Every loss you've faced, every tear you've shed, is being redeemed. Joel 2:25 says, "I will repay you for the years the locusts have eaten." That's His promise, chosen one. His plan isn't just about moving forward, it's about bringing back what was taken, turning ashes into beauty. You're not just surviving, you're being restored to a life of joy, purpose, and abundance. You're a seed, planted in God's garden, destined to grow into something mighty. His plan has been nurturing you, watering you, giving you what you need to thrive. The world might see a small beginning, but God sees the oak you'll become. Every moment of faith, every act of trust is helping you grow stronger, taller, deeper. You're not just here to exist, you're here to flourish, to bear fruit that changes the world around you. There's a fire in your bones, a passion that won't let you rest. God's plan has ignited it, pushing you to move, to create, to become. It's why you feel restless when you're still, why you know there's more to do. Like Jeremiah, who said God's word was a fire in his bones, you're driven by his purpose. That fire is your strength, your calling, your reason to keep going. Let it burn, because his plan is turning it into a blaze of glory. Your life is a letter written by God's hand, meant to be read by the world. Every moment of faith, every act of love is a word in his message. You're not just living, you're communicating his truth, his grace, his power. Like Paul's epistles, your life is speaking to those who need hope. You don't need to try, your existence is the message. His plan is using you to write a story that will inspire hearts for generations. The world might try to dim your light, but God's plan is your shield. It protects you, lifts you, keeps your flame burning. You've felt it, the way his presence surrounds you, the way his peace holds you steady. Psalm 91:4 says, "He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge." That's his plan, chosen one, keeping you safe, guiding you, ensuring your light never fades. You're untouchable because he's with you. You're a river flowing with God's grace, carving a path through the hardest places. His plan is the current, moving you forward, shaping the world around you. Even when the ground feels hard, even when the way seems blocked, you keep flowing. Like the Jordan, parting for God's people, your life is making a way where there seems to be none. Keep moving, because his plan is using you to bring life to dry places. There's a vision in your heart, a picture of what could be. It's not just a dream, it's God's plan, showing you glimpses of your future. That vision is why you keep pushing, why you can't settle for less. Like Joseph, who held on to his dreams through years of hardship, you're carrying something divine. His plan is turning that vision into reality, step by step, moment by moment. Hold on to it, because it's your roadmap to his purpose. Your life is a divine spark, igniting possibilities the world can't yet see. God's plan has placed a fire within you, one that burns with purpose, ready to light up even the darkest corners. You're not just here to exist. You're here to create, to inspire, to transform. Every moment you choose faith, you're fanning that spark into a flame, one that draws others closer to his truth. His plan is your kindling, and it's building a fire that will change everything. There's a rhythm in your steps, a cadence that echoes God's timing. You've walked through seasons of haste and seasons of waiting, yet his plan has kept you in sync with his purpose. Like Esther, whose every move was timed perfectly to save her people, your life is aligned with moments only he could orchestrate. You don't need to rush or force the pace. His plan is moving you exactly where you need to be, right when you need to be there. The world might try to label you, but God's plan names you. You're not defined by what others call you: failure, dreamer, outcast. You're called chosen, beloved, victorious. His plan has written your true name across the heavens, and no earthly voice can erase it. Isaiah 43:1 says, "I have called you by name, you are mine." That's your identity, sealed by his hand, guiding you into a future that matches his vision for you. You're a cornerstone, grounding something bigger than yourself. God's plan has placed you as a foundation for his work, a steady base for others to build upon. Like Peter, called the rock on which Jesus would build his church, your life is a starting point for transformation. Your faith, your resilience, your trust, they're not just for you. They're holding up a legacy, a movement, a purpose that will echo through time. There's a light in your laughter, a joy that defies the world's weight. God's plan has woven gladness into your soul, a gift that shines even in hard times. You've laughed through tears, found hope in pain, because his joy is your strength. Nehemiah 8:10 says, "The joy of the Lord is your strength." That's why you keep going, why you lift others up. His plan is making your joy a beacon, drawing people to His love. Your life is a mosaic, each piece a moment God has shaped. The broken bits, the shining ones, they all fit together in His hands. What the world saw as fragments, He saw as art. Every trial, every triumph is a tile in His design, creating something breathtaking. You're not a mess. You're a masterpiece, crafted by His plan to show the world what redemption looks like. Keep trusting, because the picture is getting clearer. The enemy has tried to steal your peace, but God's plan is your anchor. Every storm He sent to shake you has only rooted you deeper in faith. You're not tossed by the waves. You're held by His hand. Like Paul and Silas singing in prison, your peace is a weapon, breaking chains the enemy thought would hold you. His plan is your calm, your certainty, your unshakable ground in a world that's always shifting. You're a gardener, planting seeds of hope in barren places. God's plan has given you a green thumb for faith, turning dry ground into fertile soil. Every kind word, every act of love is a seed that will grow in His time. Like the parable of the sower, your life scatters seeds that others will harvest. You don't need to see the growth yet. His plan is working beneath the surface, promising a yield that will amaze you. There's a clarity in your purpose, a focus that cuts through distraction. God's plan has sharpened your vision, helping you see what matters most. The world might pull you toward noise, busyness, fear, comparison, but His plan keeps you centered. Like Mary, sitting at Jesus' feet while Martha rushed, you've learned to choose the better part. That clarity is your guide, leading you straight to His purpose for you. Your heart is a furnace, refining everything it touches. God's plan has been heating you, purifying you, making you stronger. The trials you've faced weren't punishment. They were preparation, burning away what doesn't belong. Like gold tested in fire, you're emerging purer, brighter, ready for His calling. 1 Peter 1:7 says your faith, more precious than gold, shines through the flames. That's His plan, making you a vessel for His glory. You're a trailblazer, carving a path where none existed. God's plan has set you ahead, not to follow, but to lead. The world might expect you to conform, but you're breaking new ground, showing others what's possible. Like Abraham, stepping into an unknown land. Your faith is mapping a way for those behind you. His plan is your compass, guiding you to places only He could imagine. There's a strength in your surrender, a power in letting go. God's plan has taught you that true control comes from trusting Him. When you release your fears, your plans, your need to know, you step into His flow. Like Hannah, giving her son to God, your surrender opens doors to blessings you couldn't dream. His plan thrives in your open hands, turning your trust into miracles. Your life is a lighthouse, shining through the fog of doubt. God's plan has placed you where others can see you, not to boast, but to guide. Your faith, your resilience, your hope, they're signals to those lost in the haze. Like the star that led the wise men to Jesus, your life points to Him. You don't need to try. His plan makes your light visible, drawing hearts to His truth. The world might offer you noise, but God's plan offers you silence. Not the empty kind, but the sacred kind, where His voice is clearest. You've found it, the stillness where He speaks, where His plan unfolds. Like Elijah, hearing the whisper after the storm, you're learning to listen in the quiet. That silence is your strength, your clarity, your connection to His purpose. You're a bridge, spanning the gap between brokenness and healing. God's plan has made you a connector, linking pain to redemption, despair to hope. Every step you take in faith builds that bridge, making a way for others to cross. Like Ruth, who bridged loss to legacy, your life is a pathway to restoration. His plan is using you to mend what's torn, to heal what's wounded. There's a fire in your vision, a clarity that burns through illusion. God's plan has opened your eyes, letting you see beyond the surface. The world might show you limits, but He shows you possibilities. Like Elisha's servant, whose eyes were open to see God's army, you're seeing His reality. That vision is your gift, guiding you through distractions, anchoring you in His truth. Your life is a riverbed, carved by God's grace. His plan has shaped you, smoothing rough edges, deepening your capacity to carry His love. Every trial has widened your banks. Every blessing has deepened your flow. Like the Nile, bringing life to dry lands, your life brings His grace to those who need it. Keep flowing, because His plan is using you to nourish the world. The enemy has tried to silence your voice, but God's plan is your megaphone. Every word you speak in faith, every truth you share, echoes His power. You're not just talking, you're proclaiming, like John the Baptist, preparing the way. His plan amplifies your voice, making it carry further than you know. Speak, chosen one, because your words are shifting atmospheres, breaking chains. You're a seed breaking through stone, defying the odds. God's plan has planted you in hard places, not to crush you, but to show His power. Like a tree growing through rock, your faith is cracking what seemed unbreakable. His plan is your strength, pushing you upward, proving that nothing can stop what He's set in motion. Keep growing, because you're rewriting what's possible. There's a melody in your heart, a song of praise that never stops. God's plan has tuned you to His frequency, letting you sing even in the dark. Like Paul and Silas, praising in chains, your worship is your weapon. It shifts the air, breaks the bars, opens the doors. His plan is your harmony, turning every moment into a note of victory. Keep singing, because your song is His glory. Your life is a divine blueprint, etched with precision by God's own hand. Every moment, every choice, every breath you take is a line in His design, building toward a purpose that's unfolding now. You're not just moving through days. You're constructing a legacy, one that carries His signature. His plan is the architect, shaping your story into something that will stand forever, a monument to His faithfulness shining through you. There's a strength in your gaze, a resolve that sees beyond the moment. God's plan has sharpened your focus, letting you look past the chaos to the truth. Like Habakkuk, standing on the watchtower, you're seeing what He's promised, even when it's not yet here. That vision keeps you steady, keeps you moving, keeps you trusting. His plan is your lens, showing you the future He's already secured for you. The world might try to drown your hope, but God's plan is your lifeboat. Every wave of doubt, every storm of fear has only proven His power to keep you afloat. You're not sinking, you're sailing, guided by His hand through the roughest waters. Psalm 107:29 says, He stilled the storm to a whisper. The waves of the sea were hushed. That's His plan, calming the chaos, leading you to still waters. You're a spark in the night, a light that refuses to fade. God's plan has placed you where darkness gathers, not to dim you, but to let you shine brighter. Your faith, your courage, your love. They're piercing the shadows, showing others what's possible. Like Daniel, glowing in the lion's den, your life is a testament to His protection. His plan is your radiance, making you a beacon for those lost in the dark. There's a rhythm in your faith, a pulse that beats with His promises. God's plan has synced your heart to His timing, letting you trust even when the world says hurry. Like Sarah, who waited for a son, you've learned that His delays are not denials, they're preparations. Every moment of patience is strengthening you, aligning you with a miracle that's coming at just the right time. Your story is a canvas, painted with strokes of grace. God's plan is the brush, turning every pain, every joy, into a masterpiece of redemption. The world might see flaws, but He sees beauty. Every moment you've lived is a color in His palette, creating a picture that tells of his love. You're not just surviving, you're art, crafted by his hand to show the world his glory. The enemy has tried to trap your mind, but God's plan is your freedom. Every lie he whispered, every doubt he planted has been uprooted by his truth. You're not bound by fear or confusion, you're liberated by his clarity. Romans 8:15 says you've received a spirit of adoption, not slavery. That's his plan, setting you free to live as his child, bold and unafraid, walking in his purpose. You're a pillar, standing tall in a world that sways. God's plan has rooted you deep, making you unshakable no matter the storm. Like the temple's pillars, strong and enduring, your faith holds up his work. Your life is a support for others, a strength they lean on without even knowing. His plan is your foundation, keeping you steady as you lift others toward him. There's a fire in your words, a power that shifts the air. God's plan has anointed your voice, making it carry his truth. Every time you speak hope, share love, or declare faith, you're breaking chains. Like Isaiah, called to proclaim liberty, your words are a weapon, tearing down strongholds. His plan is your message, using your voice to awaken hearts and change lives. Your life is a journey, each step a marker of his faithfulness. God's plan is the map, guiding you through valleys and over mountains. You've walked paths others wouldn't dare, not because you're fearless, but because he's with you. Like the Israelites crossing the desert to the promised land, your journey is leading you to a place of rest, abundance, and purpose. Keep walking, because his plan is your guide. There's a peace in your presence, a calm that disarms chaos. God's plan has made you a sanctuary, a place where others find rest. Your faith, your kindness, your trust, they create a space where his love flows. Like Jesus, drawing crowds with his peace, your life is a refuge. His plan is using you to bring stillness to a world that's always running. You're a seed of change, planted in a world that needs it. God's plan has buried you in places of need, not to hide you, but to let you grow. Every act of faith is a root breaking through. Every choice to trust is a leaf reaching for light. Like the mustard seed, small but mighty, your life is growing into something that will shelter others. His plan is your growth, turning you into a force of transformation. The world might try to silence your spirit, but God's plan is your song. Every moment of praise, every act of worship is a note in his melody. You're not just living, you're singing, lifting a sound that reaches heaven. Like Miriam dancing after the Red Sea parted, your life is a celebration of his deliverance. His plan is your rhythm, keeping your song alive through every season. Your heart is a compass, always pointing to his truth. God's plan has tuned it to his voice, guiding you through the noise of the world. When doubt clouds the way, when fear tries to pull you off course, your heart stays true. Proverbs 4:23 says to guard your heart, for it's the wellspring of life. That's his plan, keeping your heart aligned, leading you to his purpose with every beat. You're a flame, burning with his passion. God's plan has lit you with a fire that won't go out, no matter the wind or rain. That flame is why you keep pushing, why you can't settle for less. Like the burning bush, untouched by the fire, your life is a sign of his presence. His plan is your fuel, keeping your passion alive, drawing others to his light through you. The enemy has tried to steal your future, but God's plan is your destiny. Every scheme, every attack has been turned back by his power. You're not headed for defeat, you're walking toward victory. Like David, who claimed Goliath's head, your faith is your weapon, slaying giants the world thought unbeatable. His plan is your promise, ensuring your future shines with his glory. Your life is a storybook, each chapter written by his hand. God's plan is the author, crafting a tale of redemption, courage, and hope. Every page turned reveals more of his purpose, showing how every moment fits together. Like Esther's story, unfolding to save a nation, your life is a narrative of divine timing. Keep reading, because His plan is writing a chapter that will leave the world in awe. There's a strength in your humility, a power in your surrender. God's plan has taught you that true greatness comes from bowing to Him. Like John the Baptist, who said, "He must increase, I must decrease." Your humility lifts His name higher. Your life isn't about you, it's about Him shining through you. His plan is your platform, using your surrender to show His strength. You're a river flowing with His mercy. God's plan has carved your path, letting His grace spill through you to others. Every act of kindness, every moment of forgiveness is a current of His love. Like the river in Ezekiel's vision, bringing life to barren places, your life is a stream of healing. His plan is your flow, carrying His mercy to those who need it most. There's a vision in your soul, a glimpse of His kingdom. God's plan has planted it there, giving you eyes to see what's coming. You're not just dreaming, you're seeing His reality, a future where His will is done. Like John, who saw the New Jerusalem, your vision is a promise of what's to come. His plan is your sight, showing you a world transformed by His love, starting with you. Your life is a divine spark, kindling a fire that reshapes the world around you. God's plan has placed a flame within you, one that burns with purpose and refuses to be dimmed. Every step you take fans that spark, turning it into a blaze that lights up the path for others. You're not just existing, you're igniting change, showing the world what it means to carry His light. His plan is your fuel, making your life a beacon of transformation. There's a steadiness in your spirit, a calm that holds firm in chaos. God's plan has anchored you, giving you roots that reach deep into His truth. Like a tree planted by streams of water, as Psalm 1:3 describes, you thrive no matter the season. Your strength isn't loud, it's quiet, unshakable, a testament to His presence. His plan keeps you grounded, letting you stand tall when everything else shakes. The world might try to box you in, but God's plan is your open sky. It lifts you above limits, giving you room to soar. You're not confined by what others expect or what circumstances dictate. Like an eagle, you rise on the winds of His promise, seeing further, flying higher. Isaiah 40:31 says, "Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength." That's His plan, giving you wings to reach heights you never imagined. You're a weaver, threading hope through a world of despair. God's plan has given you a needle and thread, stitching His love into broken places. Every kind act, every moment of faith, is a stitch in a tapestry of redemption. Like Lydia, whose heart opened to share with others, your life binds people to His grace. His plan is your craft, creating something eternal with every choice you make. There's a clarity in your steps, a purpose that guides your way. God's plan has lit your path, showing you where to walk when the world offers only shadows. You don't stumble in the dark because His light is in you. Like the Israelites led by a pillar of fire, your journey is guided by His presence. His plan is your compass, pointing you to a future that's already secure in His hands. Your heart is a sanctuary, a place where His peace reigns. God's plan has built a holy space within you, where fear and doubt can't enter. You carry His calm, a stillness that steadies those around you. Like Jesus calming the storm with a word, your presence brings peace to chaos. His plan is your refuge, making your life a haven for others seeking rest. The enemy has tried to steal your dreams, but God's plan is your vision. Every hope he tried to crush has been restored by His promise. You're not chasing fantasies, you're walking toward a reality He's already prepared. Like Joseph, whose dreams led him from a pit to a palace, your vision is a glimpse of His purpose. His plan is your clarity, turning your dreams into stepping stones to destiny. You're a lighthouse, cutting through the fog of fear. God's plan has placed you where others lose their way, not to falter, but to guide. Your faith shines, a steady beam that helps others navigate their storms. Like the light that guided ships to safety, your life points to Him. His plan is your radiance, making you a signal of hope in a world that's often lost. There's a strength in your silence, a power that speaks without words. God's plan has taught you that you don't need to shout to be heard. Your life speaks for you. Like Hannah, praying silently yet moving heaven, your quiet faith shifts the unseen. His plan is your voice, letting your actions, your trust, your love proclaim His truth louder than any words could. Your life is a garden, blooming with His promises. God's plan has planted you in fertile soil, nurturing you to grow into something extraordinary. Every trial was water, every blessing sunlight, helping you flourish. Like the vine in John 15:5, you bear fruit because you're connected to Him. His plan is your growth, turning you into a source of life for those around you. The world might try to chain your spirit, but God's plan is your freedom. Every limit, every cage has been broken by His power. You're not bound by what others think or what circumstances seem to dictate. Like Paul writing letters from prison, your freedom comes from His truth. His plan is your liberty, letting you live boldly, unshackled, ready for His purpose. You're a storyteller, weaving a tale of His grace. God's plan has made your life a narrative, each chapter showing His love at work. Your struggles, your victories, your faith, they're pages in a book that others read. Like David's Psalms, your story speaks of His faithfulness. His plan is your pen, writing a story that will inspire hearts long after you're gone. There's a fire in your resolve, a determination that won't quit. God's plan has forged you in trials, making you stronger with every challenge. Like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, you walk through fire untouched because He's with you. Your resolve isn't just for you, it's a spark that ignites others. His plan is your strength, turning your determination into a force for His glory. Your life is a bridge, connecting the lost to His love. God's plan has made you a pathway, helping others cross from despair to hope. Every step you take in faith builds that bridge, making it stronger, wider, more inviting. Like Philip meeting the Ethiopian on the road, your life leads others to Him. His plan is your purpose, using you to bring people closer to His heart. There's a peace in your patience, a trust that holds you steady. God's plan has taught you to wait, not in fear, but in faith. Like Abraham, who believed against all odds, your patience is your power. Every moment you trust His timing is a step toward His promise. His plan is your anchor, keeping you calm while the world rushes, knowing your time is coming. You're a flame, burning with His truth. God's plan has lit you with a light that can't be hidden, a fire that warms those around you. Your faith, your love, your courage, they're a glow that draws people in. Like the lamp in Psalm 119, 105, your life lights the way. His plan is your radiance, making you a source of warmth in a cold world. The enemy has tried to cloud your future, but God's plan is your clarity. Every doubt he sowed has been cleared by His light. You're not walking in darkness. You're stepping into a future He's already seen. Like Moses, leading through the wilderness, your journey is guided by His vision. His plan is your certainty, showing you a path that's secure in His hands. Your life is a melody, sung with His love. God's plan has tuned your heart to His song, letting you sing through joy and pain. Every note, every moment of faith, every act of trust adds to His harmony. Like Miriam's tambourine after the Red Sea, your life is a celebration of His deliverance. His plan is your music, filling the air with His praise. You're a cornerstone, grounding His work in a shifting world. God's plan has made you a foundation, steady and strong, for others to build upon. Your faith, your resilience, your trust, they're holding up something eternal. Like Peter, called to build the church, your life supports His purpose. His plan is your strength, making you a pillar for His kingdom. There's a vision in your heart, a glimpse of His glory. God's plan has opened your eyes to see beyond the now, to a future where His will reigns. You're not just hoping, you're seeing His reality unfold. Like John on Patmos, your vision is a promise of what's coming. His plan is your sight, showing you a world transformed by His love, with you at its heart. Your life is a divine echo, resounding with God's purpose across time. His plan has made you a sound wave, carrying His truth to places you'll never see. Every choice you make, every moment of faith, vibrates with His power, touching hearts far beyond your reach. Like the voice of John crying in the wilderness, your life prepares the way for His love. His plan is your resonance, amplifying His message through your every step. There's a strength in your surrender, a power in letting go. God's plan has shown you that true victory comes from trusting Him, not controlling outcomes. Like Mary, who said, "Let it be to me according to your word," your surrender opens doors to miracles. You're not giving up, you're giving into His greater purpose. His plan is your freedom, turning your open hands into vessels for His blessings. You're a spark of eternity, glowing with His light. God's plan has placed you in this moment to shine forever, a flame that time can't extinguish. Your faith, your love, your resilience, they're eternal, written in His book of life. Like the stars in Genesis 15:5, your life is a promise that outlasts the ages. His plan is your radiance, making you a light that never fades. The world might try to pull you down, but God's plan lifts you up. Every weight, every burden has been countered by His strength. You're not sinking, you're rising, carried by His hand. Like Noah's ark, lifted above the flood, your life is held above the chaos. His plan is your elevation, taking you to heights where His glory shines through you. Your heart is a compass, always pointing to His truth. God's plan has calibrated it, guiding you through the noise of the world. When confusion swirls, when doubt creeps in, your heart stays true, locked on His voice. Proverbs 3:5 says to lean not on your own understanding, but trust Him. That's His plan, keeping your heart aligned, leading you to a future He's already prepared. You're a builder of hope, laying bricks of faith in a broken world. God's plan has given you a trowel, letting you construct something lasting. Every act of kindness, every moment of trust is a stone in a wall of redemption. Like Nehemiah, rebuilding Jerusalem, your life restores what's been torn down. His plan is your blueprint, creating a legacy that stands for generations. There's a fire in your spirit, a passion that drives you forward. God's plan has ignited it, giving you a purpose that burns brighter each day. You're not just moving, you're blazing a trail, leaving light wherever you go. Like Jeremiah's fire in his bones, your passion can't be contained. His plan is your fuel, turning your drive into a force that changes the world. Your life is a canvas of grace, painted with His love. God's plan is the artist, turning every moment into a stroke of beauty. The world might see mistakes, but He sees a masterpiece. Every trial, every triumph is a color in His design, showing His faithfulness. Like David's Psalms, your life sings of His goodness. His plan is your art, displaying His glory for all to see. The enemy has tried to dim your light, but God's plan is your shield. Every attack, every lie has been deflected by His truth. You're not fading, you're shining, protected by His power. Psalm 18:2 calls Him your rock, fortress, and deliverer. That's His plan, guarding you, keeping your light burning bright. You're untouchable, you're chosen one, because His hand is on you. You're a river of life, flowing with His mercy. God's plan has carved your path, letting His grace spill into dry places. Every step you take brings healing, hope, love to those who need it. Like the river in Revelation 22:1, your life brings life to barren lands. His plan is your current, carrying His goodness to a world that's parched. There's a light in your eyes, a reflection of His glory. God's plan has made you a mirror, showing His love to the world. People see you and feel Him, drawn to the hope you carry. Like Moses, glowing from the mountain, your life radiates His presence. His plan is your shine, making you a living sign of His power. Your life is a divine appointment, set by God for this moment. Every encounter, every choice is part of His schedule, placing you where His work needs you most. Like Esther, born for such a time as this, you're here to shift history. His plan is your timing, aligning you with moments that change everything. There's a peace in your steps, a calm that carries you forward. God's plan has taught you to walk in trust, knowing He's already gone ahead. Like the disciples on the road to Emmaus, you're never alone. He's with you. His plan is your guide, leading you through every twist, every turn, to a future that's His. You're a flame of purpose, burning with His call. God's plan has set you ablaze, not to consume you, but to light the way. Your passion, your faith, your love, they're a fire that warms the world. Like the tongues of fire at Pentecost, your life empowers others. His plan is your blaze, turning you into a force for His kingdom. There's a story in your scars, a tale of His redemption. God's plan has turned every wound into a chapter of victory, every pain into proof of His love. Like Job, restored after loss, your life shows His faithfulness. His plan is your healing, weaving your story into a testimony that shouts His grace to the world. Now, chosen ones, this is your moment. Hit that like button, subscribe to join thousands of souls walking in His light, and drop a 777 in the comments to declare your faith. These steps aren't just actions. They're a signal to the heavens that you're ready for His plan. You've heard His voice, felt His truth. Your life is His canvas, His song, His promise. Step boldly into what He's prepared, because His hidden plan is out, and it's yours to live.